Hello friends, I am Rakhi and you are all welcome in my educational channel Biology Prospects. So friends, today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic of standards 10th ICSE, that is heredity and the genetics. So in this chapter, today's our learning objects are heredity and the variation. Define the heredity and the variation. Recognize the Mendel's contribution to the genetics, and the third, that is explain the chromosomal basis of the sex determination of human. So among these are the three topics. Today we will get some knowledge about this topic, and these are the things are helpful to you for the further higher study of the genetics also. So friends, let's we start about this other topic. So before we are entering the chapter of the genetics, we get a little bit knowledge about these 3 points which is highlighted on the screen. Have you seen that one? Yes, that is the heredity or the inheritance, variation and the genetics. So we are going to learn, or we are going to study the chapter of genetics, heredity and the variation. So positively we have get a knowledge about these are the 3 topics. What is this? What is genetics? What is variation? And what is the heredity? Friends, previous chapter when I am going to explain the chromosomes, the cell divisions, cell cycle, whatever the different topics we have already learned in the previous chapter 1 and the chapter 2, one things every time I just rewind or just repeat it, that is the things the characters are just passes over the parents to the offspring. Is it? That means transmission of the genetically based characteristics from the parents to the offspring or the successive generation. This is called the heredity. Heredity, the word is indicate us, that is whatever the qualities, whatever the different characteristics are present of our parents, genetical base or genetically it is passes over from one parents to her or to his another successive generation. That is called the heredity or so called inheritance. So transmission of the genetical based characteristics from the parents to the successive generation is called heredity or the inheritance. Now the variation, the word variation means the variety. What the variety? The different genetical characteristics or the traits. Friends, there is a new word that is traits, T-R-A-I-T-S, traits. What is the meaning of the traits? Traits means the alternative form of the characters. The alternative form means in the particular one species, suppose we take a species that is a human beings, we have seen the several varieties of the human beings. Some human, some person those hair is straight, some person this hair is curled, someone's eyes are blue, someone's eyes is brown, someone is black. So in a particular one species there are the several varieties can be visible or we can observe in the different places. So these are the variety, these are called the traits. So the different genetic characteristics or the traits produced in individual of the same species, this is called variation. Okay, so different genetical characteristics or the traits which produce in individual of the same species, that is known as variation. And these are the heredity and the variation. These are the 2 topics we are dealing which are particular parts of the science. This is called the genetics or so called the science which deal with the study of the mechanism responsible for the similarities and the difference among the closely related species. That means the hereditary materials and the different variation. These are the 2 topics together give some knowledge or give some different type of the statistic or the different type of the mechanisms which we learn from a particular part of the science. This is called the genetics. Actually genetics is the study of the heredity and the different type of the variation. Okay, so this, I hope these are the 3 topics are clear. So now we are going to enter our chapter, that is the topic is genetics. Friends, genetic word actually first coined or first invented, that is the name of one scientist, that is W. Bateson. In 1905 he was the first one who coined the term genetics. But after 1905 in 1822 the Gregor Johann Mendel, who called the father of modern genetics, he has gave the several ideas or several concept about the genetics. So called, that is the basic concept of the genetics is mainly designed by the Gregor Johann Mendel. Is it? So we call the Mendel is considered as the father of the genetics, and he is actually called the gene as the factor. What is gene? The previous chapter we have already learned about that one, because whenever any characteristics transmitted from the parents to the offspring, the gene is mainly responsible for that. And Gregor Johann Mendel, when he start the different type of the experiments and just find out the meaning of the inheritance, the meaning of the results of the variation, he just observed that is the gene is the basic responsible particles of the chromosome, which are the mainly control the different inheritance. Okay, so Mendel is considered as the father of the genetics, of the modern genetics also, because he was the first person who study and explain the mechanism of the transmission of the characteristics from the parents to the offspring. Okay, so let me get little bit knowledge about the Mendel's lifespan. Who is Mendel? So Gregor Johann Mendel was born in 1822, and he was an Austrian. Okay, he was an Austrian. In his first life he was a monk, and on his time he was very much interested to be the teaching profession. He has a great interest in the plant breeding and the hybridization experiment of the different plant varieties, but unfortunately he was failed the teaching exam, and that is the time he was very upset, but he never stopped his invention, and in after a few years he was become the teacher of the teacher when he was find out the inheritance and the variation arisen of the different plants. Also called, Mendel conduct a series of the hybridization experiment over a period of the 8 years on the common garden plant, that is the pea plant. So children, that is the Mendel was a person who never stopped his experiment. Whenever he is very fond to be a teacher, but when he has failed to get a teaching profession, entered the teaching profession, then after he engaged himself for the experiment about the plant breeding, and slowly he has find out the word of the genetics, and he just gave her concepts about the variation and the inheritance. So now today's we get learn about the different aspects of the Mendel's and how the Mendel's start his different experiments, and what are the basic concepts of the Mendel's contribution in the genetics. So let's start now. Okay, so first we focus why Mendel select the Pisum sativum, or so called, that is the pea plant, for his experiments. What is the basic reason that Mendel choose this is the particular plant for his experiments? Friends, there are the 5 basic reason. That is the reason Mendel choose. These are the Pisum sativum, that means the pea plant. Pisum sativum actually the scientific name of the pea plant. And the 5 basic reason is that pea plant have the several distinct varieties. Means all the varieties have the sharp contrasting characters, such as the color and the sharp shades also. Easily we can find the pea plant in the garden also. So pea plant have the several distinct varieties. Secondly, that is pea plant bear the bisexual flower. What is bisexual flower? Previous class we have already get the knowledge that the plants or the reproductive part flower, that is contain the 2 sexual part. One is the gynoecium, another is the androecium. Gynoecium the female part, androecium that is the male part. Few plants the reproductive part flower contain the both part together. This type of the plants or this type of the flower known as the bisexual flower. Very common example hibiscus. and obviously the pea plant, pea flower, also the bisexual flower. So the bisexual flowers are very easily can do the can perform the self pollination, is it? No. So pea plant is the basic reason for the choose the pea plant by the Mendel is the pea plant bear the bisexual flower, and the structure of the flower ensure for its self pollination. Wherever it is the bisexual flower, so self pollination is very easily possible in this particular plant. The fourth point is that it is easy to get pure line for the several generation and possible to study the generation within a short lifespan. What is the meaning of that? Actually, pea plant is an annual plant. So whatever the 1 year plant in this particular lifespan, the different experiments Mendel can easily performed because he just detect the 7 different characteristics or 7 different distinguished characters, and these are the all characters one by one he had crossed and just find out the results which help him to just put the different type of the concept about the genetics, so called, that is it is easy to get the pure line for the several generation and the possible to the study of the generation within a short lifespan. Fifth and the very last point, that is each plant produce a large number of seeds in the single generation. We as normally we have already seen the pods of the pea fruit. There are several number of the, not only the one seed, there are several number of the seeds are there. So it is easy to doing the different experiments. Because of this 5 reason, Mendel choose the pea plant for his experiments, and these are 7 pair of the characteristics which Mendel prefer. These are the 7 pair of the contrasting characteristics which Mendel prefer for the pea plant. These are the plant size, that is the stem length, either the stem length is too long or somewhere it is the dwarf, two different or the two opposite contrast characters. The length of the stem or so called plant size. Second, that is the pod color, that means the wherever the seeds are carry, this is called the pod, the outer cover of the place where the seeds are carry by the plant, that is known as the pod. And so this is the pod color, that is either green or the yellow, whatever. Second, that is the pod shape. In the picture of the screen you have easily can see that one is the green color of the pod, another is the yellow color of the pod, that is the pod color, and same time one is the wrinkle or the constricted pod, another is the that is the flat or the smooth pod, that is the pod shape. Secondly, that is the shape of the seeds. Somewhere the sheets are wrinkled, somewhere the sheets are round, so that is the sheet of the the shape of the sheets. Secondly, the color of the sheets, if the sheets color is yellow, somewhere the sheet color is green, or the flower color, where is the flower color is purple or maybe white. And second, the flower position, that means the plant consume the flower either on the terminal, that means the top part, or the apical part, or the axial parts, means the side of the any part, or the nodes or the internode part. So these are the 7 main contrasting characters Mendel focus mainly for the study of the pea plant or the Pisum sativum. Now we are going to learn, that is what are the 3 different stage or whatever the 3 different concepts actually Mendel gave the idea about the genetics. Friends, I have already told that is Mendel is the one of a name who called the father of genetics. Actually, the main basic reason is that he was the first person who first take the steps to getting knowledge about the different varieties or the different type of the inheritance present in the living worlds, and what are the different type of the thinking comes in his mind. These are included in these are the 3 stages, so called, that is Mendel's experiments. So these are the 3 stage we are going to discuss. What are the experiments he had done in his time, and after that slowly on the base of these are the 3 concept, 3 stage, we are improve on our genetical parts or our genetical studies for the further. So now the first stage, that is he self-pollinate the pea plant for the several generation and observe the seeds from tall plant. and produce only the tall plant. That means Mendel was select 7 pairs of the contrasting characters, whatever we have already seen in the previous slide, and there we have seen that all the pair of the characters which is just contrast characters or the opposite characters. In there any one characters we can choose wherever Mendel had performing the experiments all 7 characters, but for our better understanding we just telling any one contrasting character. That is a one example that he observed the sheets from the tall plant produce only the tall plant, and from those the parents the plants with the purple flower produce plants which always have the purple color. Means the particular one type of the sheets always try to produce the same type of the plant. There is a no varied. This is the first concept he has found, and he could thus obtain the pure line. Means the plant which bear the true for the selected characteristics or the particular one characteristics. Contrast characteristics we have find out, and when he are just make a cross about that one, Mendel select the 7 pair of the contrast characters, and he self pollinated the pea plant for the several generations, and where he observed that the sheets from the tall plant always produce the only tall plant, wherever the plants with the purple flower produce the plants which always have the purple flower. So this is her first stage of the experiment. Just on the second stage of the same experiment, when he had continued, he find out when he crossed the 2 plant showing the contrasting expression of the single trait, he conduct the reciprocal crosses. Means when the 2 contrasting characters he crossed, and after the next generation or the next offspring he observed that the crossed a true breeding tall stem variety plant which he called the tall plant with the true breeding short stem variety plant or the dwarf plant. Okay, that is the example he has taken when he has crossed the true breeding tall plant with the true breeding short plant, and he had get one result. The next class we will discuss that is the different type of the cross, and first when he had performing this type of the reciprocal cross, the different varieties, the different type of the contrasting characteristics are observed by him, and according on the base of these are the contrast characters, he just find out the monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, trihybrid cross, tetrahybrid cross, etc. That means he crossed the 2 plant showing the contrasting expression of the single traits. It is known as the reciprocal crosses, and for the example that is he crossed the true breeding tall stem plant with a true breeding short stem plant. Okay, such cross of the two or the more trait in his experiment, he get some ideas which he has prescribed the different type. When that one pair of the character cross, that is he named monohybrid. When the 4 different contrasting pair of the characteristic cross, that he has indicated the dihybrid. Like that way the tri and the tetra different type of the hybrid cross he has done, and he has find out the different results over there, and through all these are the concepts he got the first concept of the F1 generation or the first filial generation. Friends, what is filial generation? Filial generation means the cross between the 2 offspring. After the cross of the parents, the first product comes, the first generation comes, that is the parental stage. That means Mendel it is indicate that is the P1 phase. But after the P1 phase, whatever the offspring comes, they are cross each other. In that cases, the generation that is comes out, that is known as the filial generation 1 or the F1 generation. Friends, when we are discussing about the monohybrid and the dihybrid cross in my next session, that time with the Punnett square I will explain these are the things very properly. Now in we just focus what are the 3 stage Mendel performing, or Mendel got the different experience about the genetics. So first he has select the seven contrasting characters. Secondly, he just cross the single characters together and get some result. Or secondly, four pairs of the characters he just cross, get the results. So according on the basis of the different type of the selective characters, contrasting characters, when he had crossed, he had get the different results. So after the crossing of the offspring, the first generation, that is the first offspring crosses, whatever the result comes, that is he indicate the F1 generation or the first filial generation. Okay, for the second stage, for the third stage, that is the plant of the F1 generation were allowed to the self pollinate and the seeds were collected. I already told when the parents are the two sheet contrasting characters, the parent plants cross, that is he were designed as a P1 or the parental cross. Parental cross, whatever the offspring comes after the crossing of this the first offspring, that is he indicate or he just mark, that is the filial generation 1 or the filial generation cross. But after these are the filial generation, whatever the products comes, they are cross each other and they are the produce different type of the varieties, different the inheritable characteristics are continue in the different phases, that is he was indicate, that is the F2 generation or the second filial generation. Okay, so the plants of the F1 generation were allowed to self pollinate and the seeds were collected. After cross, these are the seeds, the new generation comes and the concept of the F2 generation or the second filial generation arise over there. So this is all about the Mendel's experiments. All total we can say that is the George Johann Mendel, he was performing, or he was just use the pea plant for his experiment to get the different results, and his experiments we can just categorize into the three different stages, and the three different stages we find out that whenever he just cross between the single plant or the single pair of the character, that is the monohybrid cross, he got the first generation, that is the F1 generation. And then after F1 generation, when the next generation, next are the four different characteristics are crossed together, he just get the dihybrid concept or the dihybrid cross. In the all cross, monohybrid or the dihybrid cross, the F1 generation, F2 generation, F3 generation, these are continue, because from the parents to the offsprings comes, after this are the offsprings are crossing each other, then the F1 generation cross each other, the offspring, that is the filial generation 1 completed, then it is entered into the second generation, means F2 generation. Like that way, generation wise, the transmission of the genetical component from the parents to the offspring, that is the basic concept of the genetics, and the Mendel first invented that one, so called we call, that is the Mendel was the father of the genetics. Okay children, now our next topic is how to determine the sex of the human beings. Okay, so our next topic, that is the sex determination of the human beings. Before discussing this chapter, I just focus on the previous few topic once again. That is, I have when we are learning the chromosome chapter, that time I am already told you that the human, we are the human, contain the 23 pairs of the chromosome in our body. In our body cells. Out of this 23 pair of the chromosome, the 22nd pair of the chromosome, that is called the autosome, which is responsible for our somatical changes or the body different type of the cell division changes, that is responsible for the somatic chromosomes, that is the 22 pairs, and the rest of the one pair, that is indicate as the sexual chromosome or the reproductive chromosome. Okay, so this is known as the sex chromosome. In this particular topic, we are going to know the how the human beings sex determination take place, or what is sex determination and what is the sex chromosome play their roles to determine the sex. So children, let's start to understanding this particular point. The first thing is that determine the sex of an individual before birth or during pregnancy. Pregnancy means whenever the zygote formation take place inside the mother's womb. That is the determine the sex of an individual before the birth or during pregnancy of the stage is called the sex determination. Actually, sex determination, that means male or the female, whatever which type of the offsprings are present in the mother's womb or arise or just form, take place, just form inside mother's womb, that is called the sex determination. Here it is the possible because of the fusion of the male and the female gametes. So here the determine the sex of an individual before the birth or the pregnancy time, that is known as the sex determination. And the specific pair of the chromosomes which determine the sex of organism is called the sex chromosome. That means in the previously I already told, now I again repeat that one. In the human beings, the 23 pair of the chromosome, out of which one pair is the sex chromosome, and they are the X and the Y. Why the X and the Y? Because the previous class I told you the that is the homogametic and the heterogametic. Homogametic, that is we told the two type of the pair of the chromosomes are in the same shape and size, that is a homogametic XX, that is contained in the female chromosome, homomorphic or the homogametic chromosome, and that is the male, that is contained the two different shapes, whereas the X is the largest chromosome and the Y is the shortest chromosome, that is male containing XY chromosome, that is known as the heteromorphic or the heterogametic chromosome. So these are the basic chromosomes actually take part or play the roles for the determine the sex in the human beings. For the next slide we are going to explain, or we are getting a little bit knowledge about how the formation of the male child or the female child. So the children, please focus on the flowchart of the diagram, and I am explaining that one, how it is formation that take place. Here one thing you have seen over there as the time of the reproduction, is it no, as the time of the reproduction during the gamete formation, these are the pair of the chromosome are separated. Means you have seen the male, that is double A plus X0. Actually you have seen the blue box, X0 means the XY. I just going to indicate the XY, that is the male. One pair of the sex chromosome, that is X0 or the XY, and the another the 22 pairs of the 22 pairs, that is the AA, that is indicate the autosome. Is it clear for everyone? For a male, that is AA plus X0, and the female also same, AA plus XX. That means autosome plus one pair of sex chromosome, and the female also the autosome and one pair of the sex chromosome, that is the parents. So friends, when the two type of the gametes are formed in the male, one containing the X chromosome and another containing the Y chromosome, and so called in the diagram you have see the 01, that is the 01 indicate the Y chromosome. So one that is the X and one that is the Y, that is for the male. So I just want to focus the previous part of the meiosis division once again. I told that time the 2n number of the chromosome become a half or the haploid. Have you seen over there? These are the phenomena take place. That is the AA plus XY, that is an haploid form, they come A plus X and A plus 0, also called A plus Y. So that means the male, that is the one gamete formation, that one sperm that is formation take place. It is the one autosome plus one X chromosome and one autosome plus one Y chromosome. This is for the male. The same thing happens for the female also. One of autosome and one X chromosome, another also the autosome and another was X chromosome, because female there were no variety, they are only containing the similar the homomorphic or the homogametic chromosome, that is the XX chromosome. Okay, so that is the gametes. Gametes means for the male that is the sperm, and for the female that is the ova or so-called that is ovum. Children, very frequently in the ICSE question paper this question comes, so please keep it in your mind. What is the exact number of the chromosome present in the sperm or the ova? The correct answer is the n number of chromosome present in the sperm and the ovum. That is the haploid. Sex gamete always single number or the haploid number of chromosome. Is it? Now after that you have seen when these are the from the male to formation for the sperm and the female formation of the ovum, when they are splitted, the XY also split and the gamete formation take place. Now over there, when the one male gamete just fuse with the another female gamete, that means A plus X just going to mix up with the female gamete A plus X. Obviously there are the 2AA plus 2XX, and these are the XX, that is indicate female offspring. Is it? Again, the A plus X, when it is mixed up with the another A plus X, then also there is a probability of the female offspring or the female child. For the next, that is A plus 0 or the A plus Y, when it is going and mix up with the A plus X, you have seen there's a probabilities of the son or the male child, that is A plus XY. The same thing happens in the second one also. So the offspring probabilities or the possibilities, that is the male and the females are the 50-50. That means the 50%. So called the sex of an individual is determined purely by chance and neither for the mother or nor for the father. It can be blamed for it. Okay, we can't be blamed anywhere. I just repeat once again here, that is the all female gametes or the ovum carry from the one X chromosome, and the 22 pairs of the autosomes are equally distributed in the both sperm and the ovum. You have seen the A, that is denoted autosome, and they are equally distributed over there. Is it? So hence when they are the similar in the term of the autosomes, and this are the female has the 44 plus XX and the male has the 44 plus XY. Why 44? Because the 22 pair of the autosome, that is the number of 44, and the one pair of the sex chromosome, that is X and Y, or the female, that is X and X. So friends, I hope you understand the possibilities of the production of the daughter or the son is not in our hand. It is completely depend on the by chance whatever the type of the chromosomes are mixed up during the offspring formation time. So it is the main point, that is our number of the autosome, that is 23 autosome, all total human chromosome, that is 23 pairs. Out of the 23 pairs, the first AA indicate 22 pairs or 44 autosomes, and the X0 or the XY, that is indicate the one pair of the male, and XX, that is indicate the one pair of the female, that is the parents. Okay, and thereafter the parents, wherever the meiosis division take place, automatically the diploid are come down into the half, that is the haploid number, and these are the haploids when are individually going to mix up with the male and the female. The fusing of the gametes take place during the fertilization time of the one male and the one female sperm and the ovum. There is a production of the 50-50 chances of the daughter and the son. So this is actually indicate us, that is the how the child determined with the human beings. Okay, so I hope everybody understand these chapters very properly. If you have any queries or any problem regarding my explanation or my presentation, please always welcome in my chat box. If you understood, please write down this the comment in the chat box. Your comments are very essential for me, that I further whatever the video I prepare for your future, it should be helpful for me and helpful for you also. So if you like and if you understand the video, please click in the like and share the videos also for the others, and for my further updation you can share you can click in the bell button for the subscription also. So I hope you can understand the chapters very comfortably. For the next class I will going to explain the monohybrid cross and the dihybrid cross, and at the same time I also explain the 3 different laws, Mendel's laws of inheritance. Okay, so have a nice day. Goodbye.